Hey, what up, everybody? So I'm coming to you this morning doing the what's next on undefeated WBA interim super bantamweight champion Brandon Figueroa. He's currently number 5 for me at 122 pounds, which is super bantamweight. And he just fought in the main event of a Fox Sports 1 card last Saturday, August 24th, when he took on little-known veteran Javier Chacon. Dominated the action, stopping him in only 4 rounds, retaining his interim title. So now we're going to take a look, and the big question is, what's next for Figueroa? Well, he's 3-0 this year. He said he wants to sneak in another fight before the end of the year. I would like to see Figueroa step up the competition, though, but the problem for Figueroa is he's a PBC guy, and there's not a lot of PBC fighters, at least in the top 10, for him to face. So let's take a look. We'll run through the top 10 kind of real quick. First off, number 1, Daniel Roman. Well, this would be a logical fight considering he's the interim champ to Roman's WBA title, but Roman has a mandatory defense taking place here in September. I don't think he'd be ready for a fighter like Figueroa before the end of the year. Plus, this is Golden Boy working, it'd be Matchroom working with the PBC. I'm not sure we can get that fight rolling. So, I don't see that one happening next. Number 2, WBO champion Emmanuel Navarrete. This would be the PBC having to work with Top Rank. I would love to see this fight. I think it would be an absolute war, but the two sides likely not going to get together. Number 3, undefeated Ray Vargas. Again, another fight I would love to see. I think it'd be a lot of punches thrown in this one, but this would be Golden Boy working with the PBC. Probably not going to happen. Look at number 4, TJ Doheny. Doubt it. Doheny's coming off a loss in April, and he's a Matchroom guy, so I don't see him coming back against a guy like Figueroa. Isaac Dogbe at number 6. He's moving up to 126 in his next fight. Plus, he's a top-ranked guy. Not likely. Ryosuke Iwasa at number 7. He's actually a mandatory challenger right now for one of the world titles that Daniel Roman has. I don't think he's going to risk it by facing a guy who doesn't hold a legitimate full world title like Figueroa. I don't see this one. Number 8 is Havanassian. He's fighting this month against Franklin Manzanilla. He's also a Golden Boy guy, so I don't see Golden Boy and PBC coming together. Franklin Manzanilla, he's tied for 9th. He's fighting Havanassian, as I just announced. It's a world title eliminator. I don't see these two guys locking horns. Golden Boy guy. And, actually, Manzanilla is more of a free agent, but he's fighting to move in line for a world title, so I just don't see him, if he were to beat Havanassian, fighting, what's his name real quick, unless he knocked Havanassian out and there was an actual world title on the line, which there could be. So we'll see. This is kind of an outside option. And then, to me, really the only real option, and I don't know how real it is, would be a showdown with former unified champ Guillermo Rigondeaux. Real option in terms of top 10. Rigondeaux is the only reason I think this fight could happen is because Rigondeaux is a PBC guy also right now. And if they were to say, like, the regular WBA title was on the line for these two guys to lock horns, I could see it. But I'm not sure Rigondeaux at his age is going to want to fight a young undefeated fighter who throws as many punches and fights as hard as Figueroa does. If there's a world title on the line, maybe. The fact that these are both PBC guys, maybe. But he's in line to face Ray Vargas, who I personally don't think looks as big of a challenge as Figueroa is. So, and he has a full world title. So, I don't see Rigondeaux wanting to take a chance against a guy like Figueroa, even though they're both PBC guys. So, Figueroa likely going to come back for the end of the year, likely going to be against a guy out of the top 10. Could end up being for the WBA regular belt, which is a secondary title, but now is being considered a full world title the last few years. So, I could see this fight. I could see him facing somebody decent, just not a top 10 guy next. But maybe somebody will surprise us and step up to the plate. This guy is wildly entertaining, though. He fights just like his brother Omar. And if you like Omar Figueroa's older fights, even his fight in February against John Molina Jr., then you'll really like Brandon Figueroa. So make sure you check him out. I hope you guys enjoyed this. That's the What's Next on Brandon Figueroa. True Boxing. Been hit with the truth.